What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Shoppe Keep. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today after a long pause to open up them doors and see if we can get a few more customers up inside of here. Initially, I had thought about, so we got a lot of money left over and I could start outfitting this room with random counters and things of that nature. I don't know if that's a wise idea, though. What I'd wanted to do initially is I'd wanted to make each room designated for a certain type of adventurer. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I don't know, not right now anyways. I think we'll be able to do it long term, but from where our series is sitting right now, I've only got like an extra 8,000 gold to make things happen, and I'd like to open up both of the wings first. Once we open up the wings, like, does this become like a giant boutique if I do this thing right here? 250,000 gold to knock down that wall. We still got Christmas lights up, and it's like January 20th. It's okay, that happened in my house too. I haven't cleaned up my Christmas lights yet. They're still all over my living room. I still have my decorations. It means that I've got to use my free time in order to do it, and I'm just like, all of my Christmas spirit has been used up. And Christmas spirit actually can be used as fuel for cleaning. I do it quite frequently. But since I don't have any of that left, the tank is kind of dry. We're scraping the hanger on the bottom right now. Let's open the store on up. But yeah, our ultimate plan is to go to each side, and each of these rooms is going to be for one class. So if this was warriors, it'd be all swords and armor and whatever else inside of there. Pretty sweet stuff. Did I pick up... I don't feel like I have a lot of plate helms. I might order... What am I doing on wizard hats? Did I just not order enough helmets? I thought I ordered more helmets than this. Maybe I only ordered like 10? I don't know. Give me some more helmets. Sounds good. Welcome back to another day of shopkeep, though. I think we should be able to expand our profits a little bit. We're still working on this quest over here. Really hoping we can get it completed sometime soon, because the extra 140k points that it affords us will allow us to advance in the game much more quickly than we currently were. I think I wasted a lot of time in the beginning of the game not even knowing that that was a thing that I could do. I mean, I knew about the quest, but I didn't realize they gave you so many K points, and K points are absolutely what we need right now. I don't know if I want to unlock the cauldron next. I'm a little bit on the fence about it, if I want to get the grinder, the cauldron, or what, but we'll decide once we get to that bridge. We will decide what foot we want to put on it first, whether it's too creaky for us. And I don't mean that the bridge goes over a creek. I mean that when you step on it, it's like, and it makes like those gnarly noises like your stomach makes right before you get super sick on the toilet. Anyways, so I don't like bridges very much, especially like improvised bridges that are out in the middle of nowhere. I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. They're always making creaky noises. They're always kind of terrifying. They're always made out of like ropes and other materials that I don't trust. Ropes are not, as a building material, ropes are not trustworthy. You can't let them stay at your house. They're always stealing stuff out of your sock drawer. I don't like having them around. Flat out. I just don't like having them around. And so I definitely don't trust them when they form the structural lining of a thing that's supposed to be bearing my weight. And I have put on a couple of pounds too. That might also be why I'm a little bit nervous about it. Did you just buy... You had plate boots on, though. Why would you... whatever. If he wants to wear armor boots instead of plate boots, maybe he is having like a Dark Souls weight allotment issue where he can't do like the real dive. He's doing kind of that thumpy dive where he's just like... I laughed so hard the first time I saw that. The dodge roll when you're like heavily encumbered in Dark Souls. Your character's just like... Nyah! And then they drop so fast, like... Boom! Hit the ground super hard. The noise it makes cracks me up. Like that bangy, clangy noise. I like Dark Souls' armor a lot. That was one of the games where most of the stuff I unlocked I really enjoyed. My second time through Dark Souls, it wasn't that difficult. It was really weird how cleanly my second play of Dark Souls went, and I hadn't played in like a year and a half, so I would assume there'd be some learning curve. But honestly, I played it, the first time I played Dark Souls, I got so frustrated with it all the time. I'd get stuck on random stuff for hours and hours and hours. And then I would like lose my motivation, stop for a couple days, come back, get obsessed with it again. Real love and hate relationship with that game. I liked it a lot. I don't even think it really has that many problems. I think it's a fantastic game from the top to the bottom. What did he just throw? Oh, a sword. Okay. I'm not even sure what he just threw off the rack right now. But I'm trying to find it. He's looking for a leather chest. Yeah, I should probably make some kind of leather chest rack, shouldn't I? That might work out pretty nicely. We're not missing anything on that side. I think he came in. Oh my god, I'm blind. Ah! The sun just shifted. The sun just shifted and there's like a slat. I have like those blinds that they give you for free when you move into an apartment, where they're just like those white slat blinds that every apartment I've ever lived in has had. And the sun just shifted into my view, so it went through like one of the slats just perfectly, so there was this pinpoint of light just nailing me in my eye every time I looked up. I cannot function under these conditions. I'm trying real hard to entertain right now, son, and you're not making it easy. That makes it sound like I've got some kind of like fatherly thing though going on with the sun. How badass would that be if you birthed the sun? Like, yeah, that's my boy over there. Created him. Created him. The fruit of these tender loins. Hate that phrase. Did you just steal from me? Nope. He's just running out of the room, looking all guilty as shit. Don't run. Don't look guilty. In fact, I wouldn't even come in this store. Your chances of dying go up like exponentially when you come inside of this store. And I realize your chances of dying are not that high like in normal human life. And just on the day-to-day, I mean, they're probably higher than most of us would like. Did you just throw that again? Why? You've already got one that you probably bought from me, and then you're going to come back in the store and knock stuff over? Alright, I see how it is. I see how it goes. I see the way the cookie is crumbling. I see the way the pizza is sliced. I see the way the turkey is stuffed. I'm trying to come up with more like random metaphors, but honestly, I'm running out here. I'm seeing the way the toast is buttered. Yeah, I got another one right there. I'm seeing the way the bacon is fried. Bacon. I like my bacon thick cut. What do you guys think? You guys like thick cut bacon? I've actually been steering away from Applewood bacon lately. I liked Applewood bacon a lot, but now that's like all they carry at the supermarket. So I went back and just got normal unseasoned bacon this last time that I went through it. I was actually pretty happy. I think absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Alright, so swords are dropped along with the beat. People still listen to dubstep? That was one of those phenomenon that it seemed like it was everywhere for like a week, and then everybody started making fun of it after that, and I just don't know. I think I saw somebody listen to dubstep in his car a couple weeks ago, but that was probably the last time. I think it was a fad. You guys remember the first time somebody showed you dubstep? I don't know, for me, it was one of those new things that I'd never heard before. And so somebody's like, dude, you gotta hear this thing! And then they got this video up of this guy like in a balaclava mask on YouTube, and he's like popping and locking, and just like Lucy Locket and all that kind of shit. Lobster pocket. Anyway. God. Lucy Locket, lobster pocket. Everybody had that friend in high school that was constantly trying to learn how to pop and lock and just never got better at it. Just standing around randomly while you're having conversations with him like, ooh, ah, alright, get it now. Like, man, come on. You've been trying to pop and lock now for like 3 years. If you ain't got it yet. If you ain't got, plus you're standing next to me looking all goofy. Just stand there and look cool. Trying to hold down the corner right now. Trying to make some sales, and you're making us look foolish. This guy did something. This guy. Oh, shit. I wanted to get him before he got to the door. That scared me for a second. I thought my door might betray me. You know that I told him in the previous episode that I was going to give him a Christmas bonus. Didn't give him a Christmas bonus. In fact, finances were a little bit tighter than I expected. Quite a lot tighter than I expected. With 3 minutes left, we got people coming into the store just ready to wreck. Let me put these back down. Keep the shoulder plates taken care of. Got a couple of potions over here, or a potion laying on the floor. I'm going to restock it real quick. He's going to throw something back on the floor anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Engineering scrolls looking good. We could actually use some more shields out here as well. So there we go. I don't know the name. I was going to make a reference to The Shield, the TV show, but I don't know the name of the bald guy. I never watched that show. During that time period, I was much more interested in Lost. Lost I got obsessed with. I got really, really obsessed with Lost for a while. Not as obsessed as I was with Breaking Bad. Like, Breaking Bad was my one true love. It was the great show that I don't think anything will ever be quite as good as. My major shows that I've been really, really obsessed with over the course of my life, there's Lost, there's Scrubs, there's Psych. Put those in there. There's Peep Show. There we go. Grab that guy right there. What have I not talked about? Breaking Bad. I tried to get into 24, but I just didn't like it. I watched the first couple episodes, and honestly, when you're trying to watch a new TV show for the first time, you've always got to... Normally, actually, I might recommend you just skip the pilot in the first couple episodes. I think most shows suck until the second season when they get their next, like, budget allocation, when the network realizes it's going to make money. So, like, all right, let's give you a fat budget. It seems to me as though in the second season, that's when most... they start to pick up their slack, you know what I mean? They stop dragging their pants on the floor. I hated that with my jeans. You ever... Back when baggy jeans were, like, in style, that's when I was in school. And I hated the way baggy jeans would drag behind your shoes, and so you'd always have, like, gnarly, messed up pants in the back. Mine weren't super baggy, though. I wasn't into, like, the super-duper baggy type stuff because I was skating back then, and the baggy pants got in the way when you skated. And so it was one of those trends that I just really couldn't get into because the baggy pants were all over the place, and I hated skating in them. Just didn't feel good. I had a friend that used to skate in combat boots. Pretty good, too. He could, like, do kick flips and heel flips and shit in combat boots. I couldn't. I could kick flip. He let me wear them one time, and I could, like, kick flip in them, but that was about it. I was like, this doesn't feel right. People used to give me shit because I used to skate in Chucks. And then, granted, Chuck Taylors do fall apart real quick on that grip tape. However, did that guy just steal from me? I can't tell. I don't think he did. Doesn't look like he stole from me. Is the door recharged? The door already done zapped somebody. Okay. Let me pick you guys up. I'm thinking these gloves are kind of like misaligned or something. Yeah, that one's definitely not in the right spot. Threw me off for a second. And then over here, we'll go ahead and get a wizard stave. Perfect. We'll restock shields very quickly. Perfecto. Wizard hats. There's plenty still on the shelf. Not worried about it. The armored boots are all kinds of messed up over here. What was I talking about? Can't remember what I was talking about now. Damn it. That's frustrating. This happens to me all the time mid-episode too. I felt like a thing that I was talking about. Oh yeah, I used to skate in Chuck Taylors. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, people used to be like, how do you skate in Chucks? They're too thin. I'm like, I don't know. They feel good to me. And then I got these super sick Chucks these one time. They were like copies of Chuck Taylors, but they were black leather, right? And they had grip tape guards on the outside of your foot and on the inside so that you could like, the collision drives me crazy sometimes with the lightning. No, not him. God, the targeting for the sword drives me crazy too. I hate it so much. Wasn't even aiming at that guy. It should only kill anybody that you have the little white dot aimed at since crowds are so frequent. Like, man. If the lightning had counted from right here, instead of zapping the wall for some mundane, idiotic reason, it would have worked a lot better too. I'm not sure why it does that. Every now and again when you fire lightning, the lightning doesn't come out of your hand. It just like, doesn't do anything. Happens all the time too. I can't tell you how many times I've been robbed because of that. Or killed innocent people like we just did, and then we lost 1,000 gold, which is a major chunk of our profits if you think about it. So today is probably not going to be our most lucrative day. Lots of things they should work on in here. Picking up items seems pretty major to me. And then making it so it's easier to target the weapons. I kill so many innocent people on accident. Because either the lightning doesn't work, which is the only precision way to kill anybody anyways in this game, or I don't think people want wands very much. What is going on with this wand table? Some is all over the place right now. But yeah, I definitely think they should tone down the knocking items around thing. Bunch of stuff in this game that I think could be done a little bit better and made a little bit more fun. I think it'd be interesting if people picked stuff up and brought it to you and then tried to haggle with you, and then if you didn't give them the price they wanted, there was like a 50-50 chance they were just going to pull a runner for it. Little stuff like that I think could easily replace people just knocking shit off shelves. It would be a lot more entertaining as well, and it wouldn't feel quite so antagonistic. Because I swear I spend 90% of my time just picking shit up off the ground. Potion right here by the door. Floors are a little bit messy, but I'm not going to concern myself with it yet. Really, we didn't sell that much today, though. Numbers appear to be quite low by comparison to what we normally do. Plate boots up for 180, though. Nope, don't want that. Want that. Perfect. So glad we got rid of that hat rack in the corner that I couldn't target. For real, I hate that hat rack. That hat rack was driving me crazy. Every single episode, I get that hat rack, and I would just, like, briefly contemplate losing my mind every time. Oh. We actually ran out of armors, and I know the pants were on the other side. I'm going to swap it up for a little while. I like to change things every now and again just to keep it fresh, because everybody loves freshness. Unless you're like one of those little monsters that like the Mentos guys fight with. Where's my plate chest at? There it is. Perfect. That might also explain why our revenues are a little bit lower today. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to swap things out because I was so busy watching for brigands and people of that nature. God, everything needs to be repaired. This whole place is busted to hell and back. Give me them gloves real fast. Bet you $10 I can tell you where you got them gloves. Inside my shop. Where's my $10? And if you don't pay me, I'll jump you with a bunch of my friends. If that ever happens to you in the U.S., it's an old con. So for people that travel, every now and again you get somebody that thinks they're smart in like a metropolitan area, and they'll find like a touristy area, and they'll just sit around being like, I bet you $5 I can tell you where you got them shoes. And the person will be from like Romania or something like that, and they'll be like, there's no way this guy's gonna know where I got my shoes. I'm not even from here. Haha. I sense an advantage for myself. And then the person will be like, oh, you got them on Main Street, assuming that you're standing on Main Street because your shoes are on Main Street. And then they will expect you to pay them. Now, at this point, You might be thinking this sounds like the perfect opportunity to tell them to jog on. Don't do it. They normally have like 3 guys just waiting to jump you if you don't give them the money. Just give them the $5 if you get caught. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Probably won't happen to you. Just saying. I've heard people try to pull it before. And then you just got to cut them off and be like, yeah, I got them on Main Street. So that they can't even finish their bit. And you say it loud enough so everybody else around you hears. And then you just hope that they don't get too angry about it. Be like, I apologize for disrupting your business, dear sir. But your connery is not a James Bond quality. We sell off those swords yet? Man, ain't nobody wanting them plain swords, are they? Those plain swords are tough to get rid of. That guy's getting him some boots. I could tell. He was walking like a man with purpose to the back of the store. He's like, I'm going to get some boots. I'm going to get myself some boots. My feet have been very cold. He's excited about it. I love shoe shopping. Shoe shopping is very, very exciting for me. I get amped about shoe shopping. I like shoes a lot. I keep them clean with like white wall cleaner and stuff. I get a little obsessive about my shoes. I don't know. I had shitty shoes when I was a kid. And so like, I like having nice shoes now, and I clean them a lot, and I like keep an eye on them because I don't like to waste my stuff. I have some. I like to keep it nice. Within reason. Within reason. You could make that argument about my apartment or my house or whatever, but I don't keep my house that nice. I'm not a clean person, though. Like, I try. For example, I cleaned up for like 4 hours on Saturday. Like, I pretty much all day Saturday was just cleaning my house, but it's so far gone that it's like you can't even get a head start on it. And then that night we made a big-ass dinner for a bunch of people, and the house was messed up again right afterwards. And I was like, well, I'm going to leave this here for a bit. The problem is that after a work day, when I work all day, and then I get back, I don't feel like cleaning anything. I just want to, like, veg out for the rest of the evening and just kind of let my brain detox. You know how it goes. You all work. I understand. Either you're going to school or you're working or doing whatever. But you get where I'm coming from, where after you do a bunch of work and get a bunch of things done, you don't really want to do anything. You kind of just want to rest and recline. It gets tough to decide to spend a couple of your precious free hours working on something around the house that really doesn't, you know, generate any advantage. Like, nobody cares if your house is clean. If you're not having anybody over, why bother? Am I out of shields? I must be out of shields. I'm going to put some staves down, though. So we need 10 staves. We could use 10 shields, maybe 20 shields. Couple wands. Probably don't need that many swords, so I'll just buy a couple of them. Just sort of refurb anything that I know sold. I don't think we need those either. I think I'm wasting money right now. I'll place the order. I think our inventory is looking really, really good. Our backstock is pretty hardcore. They sort of look the same to me. Thinking I might have to do some research and figure out what the hell's going on with these plants. The subtle nuance of it all is escaping me. It takes a couple days to grow. I wonder if they're really, really, like, lucrative, though. If you grow a plant and get, like, 400 gold for it with, like, a 40% markup, that'd be pretty badass. I think I'd be on board for that exchange. Sounds good to me anyways. I like money-making opportunities. So do we want to expand into this room right now because we've got extra cash? Since we've got extra cash, we could start moving some of the warrior stuff in here, or some of the mage stuff in here, and leaving this as like our mage emporium. Although I'm hoping that our mages visit enrichiums. Enrichiums sound way better than emporiums. Nonetheless, regardless of their financial situation, I think I'm okay. I don't know what I want to do right now. I have no idea what I want to do at the moment. Add a cauldron or a grinder. Hoagies and grinders, hoagies and grinders. Unlock your trusty companion. Nah, it doesn't seem too good to me. Customer talk doesn't seem so great either. Floor mats might work. A vinyl player. Changing the music around doesn't sound too bad. The shop is now more popular. Adds 30% to maximum appeal. What items do druids like? Oh, you gotta go in order? Alright, well, let's do this then. So what did that unlock for us with regards to the druids? Get like hide robes or something? Got a wooden helmet, wooden shoulders, wood boots, wood pants, wood gloves. A pair of wood pants seems really, really uncomfortable. Seems like that shit would suck. I'd have a hard time getting on board with that one, Chief. I'm like, It's getting expensive real quick, isn't it? Yes, indeed it is. Getting impressively expensive on the lickety-splickety. Just going to ignore it for a minute. We're going to set up that side room over there. I think we're going to try and get some things laid out so that the future of our playthrough becomes a little bit more diversified, although I do feel really, really nervous about having multiple rooms. I can only watch one room at a time, and so I'm thinking our theft might go up when I do this, but we'll just have to hope that the profits are worth it. So what did the druids want today? Druids wanted leather vests. Alright. So in order to get this stocked up properly, I'll probably just put in a couple of counters first. Let them sort their own shit out. It's 210 for a counter. That's not too bad. Now we gotta see if these are flipped around the right way. Oh good, they are. That's nice. Let's take all this stuff then. And as far as I'm concerned, we got wooden helmets. Got wood boots. We're going to go ahead and play the wood boots right here. Play the wood shoulders right there. Wood gloves we don't actually have room for. But I think we could probably fit an armor rack or something in here. Something like that would do. And so we drop that in right there. My plan was to give them leather chests, since it seems like the sort of thing that druids want. Do I only have 2 leather chests? I guess I only have 2 leather chests. I learned something today. I only have 2 leather chests. For this side, I don't know what weaponry they use. So I'm just going to put like some random axes and things right there. And I guess they can use whatever they find to be to their fancy. And if they find nothing to be to their fancy, they can get on out of here, because I won't take that sort of disparaging treatment. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Shoppe. I will see you in future episodes. Bye, everybody.